Tuesday night baseball set to come your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, the first of two in this interleague matchup between the Thunder and the Brewers. Kosuke Oh, the Japanese left-hander, is tasked with the starting job. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B, and you know what, D-Row, it hasn't been a very good homestand so far. They dropped the first 3 games. They open up a new series here, and they'd like nothing more than to get into the win column to get that first win of this homestand.
Yeah, hopefully they were able to shower off that last series. A whole new ball game, new team comes in, new problems, new opportunities. Let's see what they do today.
Now at the plate, Andrew Arellano. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. Oh has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
Yeah, he's going to have to work that sinker down in the zone. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's going to leave that belt high, that's going to spell disaster.
Stepping in now, Scott Franchise, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in, when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Arellano stands at first with 1 out, just keeping him close. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 2-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Sinker, 3-2 now.
Got to execute a good pitch right here. Runner at first is probably going to be on the move, and you got one of the better hitters on their team up at the plate.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
At the plate now, Corey Esparza, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2. Two-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Bruce Cartwright gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're going to have to nickname this guy Nada, N-A-D-A, because that's exactly what he's done. He's given up nothing in his last 3 starts. That's right. Look at that ERA. Last 3 starts, 0.00. You can't get any better than this guy's been his last 3.
Digging in now, Mike Weir. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He's set and the pitch. Fellas, our visiting team as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they're coming off a short homestand, a little 5-1 stretch in their last 6 games, playing confident baseball right now. Look for them to be on the attack in the early innings.
1-1 the count. Now the pitch. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Hit out towards second. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting second, the first baseman, Kirby Ellis.
Standing in, Kirby Ellis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. And that one swung on and missed 0-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
So now to the plate, Bo Law, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get his team out to an early lead. Picks up the single and then decides that's not good enough, so he swipes second to get into scoring position. Now we'll see if the guys can pick him up.
The 1-1 pitch.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
1 out and a runner on second base. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 1-2 delivery.
And this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
2-2.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Coming to the plate now, Alec Duckworth. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Duckworth is usually more of a threat when facing left-handers like this. The right-handers tend to give him a bit more trouble, so we'll see if that trend continues. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 2-1 now.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
The 2-1 home. A bullet to first base. And they will apply the tag between first and second. It's a double play, and just like that, the side is retired. An inning in the books, scoreless on MLB Network. So digging in now, Hal Hale. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race.
Yeah, and he's the guy who drives the bus on this team, leading the team in that home run department, and he's really been the guy they look to drive it out of the yard.
Yeah, Norman, there are 2 or 3 guys in every lineup that you want to proceed with caution. This big home run hitter, he's the guy in this lineup you need to be very, very careful with.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time, laid off for ball 1. Hit to first, right to him. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
The center fielder, Saul Worthing.
Now at the plate, Saul Worthing. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. The 1-2. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Swing and a liner, but the shortstop won't have far to go to haul this one in, and there are 2 away.
That is seven. The third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Stepping in, Tiny Ryan. First offering on its way.
Nope, that's down.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
Line to the right side, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Mike Hayes is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. The 1-0. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back two-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Blake Hamby is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Landon Roberts. He was 1 for 4 in Sunday's affair.
Landon Roberts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, 0-1. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The right fielder, Sam Green.
Now in the box, Sam Green. Pitch on the way. First pitch is a circle change for a called strike 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
It just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Standing in now, Rocket Crow. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Batting it, the second baseman, Marshall Lasky.
At the plate, Marshall Lasky, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Here's the 1-1.
Now, 2-1.
2 out here and a runner at second. And it's fouled away. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. box now, Brian Cannon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The second baseman, Brian.
First delivery to him on the way. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. That misses. 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Three and 0 now.
Just a little bit off to start the third now. That's 3 straight balls.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
Riding in once again, Andrew Arellano. He reached on a single in his first try. There he goes. Base hit into right center. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. Must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued. 0-0.
In now, Scott Franchise, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Outside, that's the ball.
Slider laid off for a ball.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Line drive to left. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Well, sometimes you see diving catches that happen because of a bad route, but that certainly wasn't the case here. That's an exceptional route efficiency as calculated by Show Track, and it's evident it was a big reason why he was able to lay out and bring that one in. Ready for another chance? Corey Esparza. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Before the first pitch, a check at first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Ball.
1-1.
Get down, 1-1.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And, oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. The 1-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out. Striding in, Hal Hale. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Slider finds the zone for a strike.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
The 0-2 home. Ball 1, well below the zone. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Digging in, Saul Worthing. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
The third baseman, number 4.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Into the box, Tiny Ryan, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Here comes the 0-1. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him. One and one, here it comes.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Bounce to first. He's got it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Thunder lead this one 2-0. Leading off the inning, Todd Nellis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
From the stretch, pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Outside, 3-0 now.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Striding forward now is the DH, Mike Weir. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1, no strike. Yep, that ball went out.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
At the plate, Kirby Ellis. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Set with the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Stepping up to the plate, Bo Loft. He drew a walk his first time up. From the belt, the pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. First and second now, one man out. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
2 strikes.
The 1-2. Liner towards second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now batting, number 19.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Alec Duckworth. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Whoa, that's down.
2 down, runners at first and second. A ball and 2 strikes.
The count is 1 and 2.
The 1-2 is taken, but called strike 3 as he might have gotten a little extra off the plate that time. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Mike Hayes.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The pitch.
Counts 1-0.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
This is pulled into right. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
Plate now, Blake Hamby. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, his job right there at the plate is to move that runner over to third by getting the ball to the right side. On the mound, though, they're working him away so he doesn't have a good pitch to do that with.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And this will land foul. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Line towards center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Hayes is on his way home. He will score as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Into the box now, Brian Cannon, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Andrew Arellano waits on deck. A 3-0. And he's able to lay off there for ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew.
Now here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Nicky Cicerelli answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from the starter. Andrew Arellano will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. He's set. Here it comes. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 on its way. Ripped toward the gap in right. And the second run will score as well. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2 base hits this year. And you can see that these guys are, as we speak, 4th in the NL in that category. To the plate now, Scott Franchise, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. The 1-0 misses, ball 2. Three runs already home here. Too high, and it's 3-0. From the stretch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
Stepping in now, Corey Esparza, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one.
Aye.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
So now to the plate, Hal Hale, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0.
Ball 2.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I gotta believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
The 2-0.
Aye.
A runner at second, nobody out. All even now, 2-2. Hard hit ball to short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Now batting. The center fielder. Saul Worthing.
Ready once again, Saul Worthing. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll get back in safely. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Here comes the 1-0.
Aye.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting. The third baseman. Tiny.
Ready for another shot now, Tiny Ryan. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And no advance, it's ball 1. One 1-0 pitch is a circle change. It runs outside 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in his zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
And this is popped up near second base. Lasky is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Thunder on top 7-0. Now batting, Landon Roberts.
Leading off for the Bruisers.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Low for ball 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. The pitch. Below the zone, a swing and a miss. He stays alive, still 2-2. And the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Into the box, Sam Green, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Drilled down the line.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Rocket Pro.
Coming to the plate now, Rocket Pro. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
Ran the circle change in on him, a ball and no strikes. This is skied into short left center. Arellano will wait on it. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Ready to go in the top of the fifth, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Mike Hayes. First offering on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Ground ball left side. A dive, and he knocks it down. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning. Nate Lacey will come in as the new third baseman now following the injury.
15, Nate Lacey. Now batting.
Standing in now, Blake Hamby. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The 1-1 home. And he fouls this one off. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder is on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Brian Cannon.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Brian Cannon. First delivery to him on the way. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Runner at first here, one man out. Hit hard back up the middle. The second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. At the plate, Marshall Lasky. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
He's set, and the pitch. Grounded to third. Fielded cleanly. And there's one away. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the fifth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we see there that they're currently ranked third best in that category in the NL. So striding in, Todd Nellis. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Bases are empty, one man out. And this catches the outside corner, strike one. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To 2-2 now.
2-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
At the plate now, Mike Weir, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Heading out towards shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Andrew Arellano. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, right fielder, Scott Franchise.
So stepping in, Scott Franchise. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming, here it is. On, he pops it up. Ellis is there now, and it's 2 pitches, 2 out.
The first baseman, number 7, Corey Esparza.
Settling in now, Corey Esparza. Here comes the first pitch. And this is off the corner and low, ball one. And that one misses badly. It's ball two.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. Two great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And no one will track it down.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And it will end the inning thanks to a little help from his first baseman, and that'll be that. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kirby Ellis. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Worthing is right there, and it's a very quick out number one.
Now batting, the center fielder, Bo Law.
Into the box, Bo Law. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Now the 1-0. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. The 1-2 is laid off for ball two. One out, nobody on. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Here it comes. Line to the right side, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number two.
Now batting, number 19.
Digging in to try it again, Alec Duckworth. And then it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Worthing retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Jermaine McFadden enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Standing in, Hal Hale.
Leading off for the Thunder, the shortstop, Hal.
Here's the first pitch to him.
That's a ball.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Count now a ball and a strike. One and one. Here it comes.
Hey!
Here's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Oh, got him swinging with the palm ball there, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Saul Worthing. He flew out in his last
Worthing.
at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move, but this will land untouched. Bases are empty, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chopped to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 4, Tiny Ryan.
Into the box now, Tiny Ryan. First pitch on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line in right. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double. Man, this guy is a blur on the base pass, Danny.
He was really motoring around the bases. I think he had every intention of stretching that one into a triple. He definitely has the wheels, but the ball bouncing over for an automatic double put an end to any of those kind of thoughts.
At the plate, Mike Hayes. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
The 2-0. Fouled off. Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3. Blake Hamby would be next. 2 out here and a runner at second. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. A payoff pitch one more time. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Landon Roberts.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Here it comes. Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
Boy, dear, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Into the box now, Sam Green. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home misses for the 2nd ball.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
Nobody out, runner on first. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And a curious looking swing that time, as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. Fastball in there, 3-2.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle in. That's why you play, to get in those situations where you can try and do damage. What do you want, the nasty slider?
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, Nate Lacey. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
2 balls and a strike now. Grounded softly down the line toward first, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Runners on first with 1 down. And another foul ball. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Hale onto the grass. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the 2nd out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Skipper's out of the third base dugout on his way toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. Philip Baxter takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Baxter.
Marshall Lasky will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. From the stretch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Round.
2 out with the man at first. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Again, a 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. A runner on first with 2 away. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Ready to begin the 8th, and striding forward the designated hitter, Blake Hamby.
Number 54.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
Scooped up, and a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Now at the plate, Brian Cannon. Here comes the first pitch. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. High in the air and deep to straightaway left, and it bangs off the monster. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
To the plate now, Andrew Arellano popped him up. Ellis in foul ground. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 16. Scott Franchise.
Ready now, Scott Franchise. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In his career, Franchise is working with a slugging percentage over .550, so there's no denying he's one of the premier power bats in the league. A ball and no strikes. Here it is.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The 1-1.
No, that's down.
In the dirt here. No advance here, but it's 3-1 now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
In now, Corey Esparza. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch on its way. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and now it'll be the catcher, Todd Nellis. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
The 1-0 home is a fastball down below the knees. The 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
Now the 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mike Weir. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope. Ball 1.
A runner at first with no outs here. Not close. It's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-0 count, and the pitch. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. A swing and a ground ball to third. Reined in. There's one on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
At the plate, Kirby Ellis, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
2 out, nobody on. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike three called, and the inning is over. Joey Piccinini comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Stepping up now, Cal Hale. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Hale.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. The 1-1.
Nope, that's down.
And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the ninth.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
In now, Saul Worthing as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Fouled away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
I got to count 2-2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to center field, and that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Stepping in now, Tiny Ryan. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Swung on and missed.
Good speed at first and good speed with the guy at the dish. It's going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
There's the cold strike he was looking for. 2-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 2-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hard hit ball to second. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
And it's fouled away. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Now a big swing, and this ball is rushed out to deep center field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Number 17 for him on the season as they just continue to pour it on here.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Now batting.
At the plate now, Blake Hamby, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He was a ground out victim last time up. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Green is there. 2 down.
The batter number 22, Brian Cannon.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Brian Cannon. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. The 1-0. And he fouls this one off. A 1-1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. Home half of the 9th coming up. Tennessee is on top 10-0. Digging in, Bo Law. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
And the pitch.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
At the ball.
Ball 1.
This guy uses that two-seamer to set up his other pitches. Two-seamer in, breaking ball away.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Standing in now, Alec Duckworth, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
That's out.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
The left fielder, number 25, Landon Roberts.
Into the box now, Landon Roberts. Fouled off. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
It's out. 1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. The Thunder led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Bruce Cartwright earns win number 4 on the season. Kosuke O worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 10 runs on 16 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For the home team, no runs, 3 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 14 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.